Hey, what's up guys, CryptoSticks back with another video, and in today's video we're going to incorporate trading Solana meme coins with ATM.DAY that I covered in the previous video. Now ATM.DAY is a very powerful tool and not a lot of people know about it, so let's get straight into it. So ATM.DAY here, if you watched my previous video you know what it's about, but if you didn't then this is basically what it is. So basically it has an algorithm and it scans tokens and then it pushes out tokens. The algorithm is profitable. So let's see here, this token here is a 30% future pump expectation. Professional traders activity exceeds 38 wallets in, 34 wallets out, 30 million tokens bought, and 709 volume in. So we can have a look at this. If we just click this and paste into Axiom, let's see now. So this was found 10 minutes ago. So if we go 10 minutes ago, would have been 1639, which would have been around here. So you would have bought in just before or just after it migrated. So this is the migration here. You would have bought in around here and instantly you would have made around 80k to 110k. You'd make about 20 to 30% profit there just by using this tool. But I don't like to ape in blindly. I like to actually use this kind of as a confluence that makes me do like a bit of a risk analysis on it. So we can see here that it says it was called the 81k market cap. That was the price, the volume. It launched 16 minutes ago and there's 700 holders and there's a 30% future pump expectation. So we look into this. What I like to do is I like to see the whole chart. So we see here that the dev launched. He sold all his wallets and then the dev was fully out and the token just steadily, this is a healthy looking chart. It went up, 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 migrated with a big pump here. This could have been a MEV attack or a big massive wallet that sold straight away. It went from 128k all the way to 60k and then it went back on its normal trend again. So if we look at the holders here, if we just open this up, we have 800 holders. Top holders here is a bundler, 2 bundler wallets. You can see here they're holding 3%, 2%, and the value of them is roughly 6.5k here. You can see that there's no insiders, there's only 7% bundlers, and the top 10% is 17%. So this to me looks like a good opportunity to buy. Now, if you watch my previous videos, you'll know that we cannot top last. So the way charts work is they make higher highs and higher lows. So you can see here there's a lower low, there's a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and it's constantly climbing up. So this is what we call an uptrend. And the way you can tell this is an uptrend is if you go from the top over here, it's an uptrend. So you can see here it broke through the trend line and then went back, and then it touched off this trend line. It's going to go back up. So in normal trading, if you're trading normal crypto, not meme coins or like forex or anything, if price touches the trend line again, this will be a good entry. So we could put an entry here to, let's say, put it here at the trend line. So this would be a good entry, 80k. Now if it breaks the trend line, it's more than likely going to go down and this is going to become support resistance line. Sorry, we can see here that it's constantly going up now and we're not going to trade yet because we want to find a good entry point. So if you don't want to wait till the trend line is here, we can actually wait for a bigger dip. So you can see here if we draw like resistance lines, so this was a resistance line and let's say this was a resistance. Now I'm using 1 sec candles, so if you want to go to higher time frames, the higher time frame you do, the better chart patterns are gonna look. So this is what it looks like on the 1 minute. So this is actually a very good support line because you can see here that the candlesticks, these are called candlesticks, they pushed past it, it touched off, it went back up, it touched off again, touched off a third time. So we can safely say that 80k is a strong support line here. So as soon as the price goes down to here, this would be a good time to buy, but if it breaks through this line, then we won't be buying. So we wouldn't be buying into this yet because it is currently at a high here. So we'll wait for a dip maybe to 100k or even 7k and then we'll buy in. A lot of new people actually top blast, so they'll see a token like this, they'll be up here and they get FOMO, which is fear of missing out, and they top blast, they buy up here and then the price tanks and that's how they get lost, they lose all their money. So you don't want to do that. You want to trade smarter, not harder. And yeah, that's just one example of this. This is just a trending token. You can see here this is the trended token scan. So this is all the tokens it scanned before. It gives you a lot of information. You can see here the PTMI wallets, the holders, the FPE, the price, the average PTMI, and the market. So you can see here if we just look at any of these pickle wallet, these are all gonna be bonded tokens. Yeah, I don't think any of these are not bonded. They are all bonded. So these are more safer plays. And then you can see down here, this is the algo stat. So it's scored 46 tokens, 28 tokens with an ROI of all-time high of 10%, and the max ROI of 6k from these algo stats. And these are just some of the tokens you can see, and you click load more to see more of the tokens and how much profit they made on each. So you can see this Volk 1000% profit, Aerospace 400% profit, which is a 4x, that's a 60x. And you can see here this tool is very, very powerful. Now another thing is called degen mode. This is an add-on. You can pay if you can just get just the algorithms, which are these things. In Telegram as well, you have the pump fund algo, raydium launch lab, or OG algo. But if you want wallets, profitable wallets, if you don't want to look for your own profitable wallets, you can buy degen mode, which is an add-on. You can see here if we go to any of these, like let's say pump fund algo, we can see that we have this little option here, which is profitable wallets, aped in 7-day stat. If we click this, if you don't buy the degen mode, you won't have. We actually have profitable wallets now. Like, so if you like to copy trade, you can actually automate this. You can just copy these wallets here. So you can see it has a 35% win rate, 7 minutes duration, and 145 trade. And this is his statistics. So he has 92 losses with 63%, and 31% is a 1 to 3. I can click this little contract address here, which is his wallet. You can go to GMG and you can actually paste it in and do further research on it. So if we click into it now, we can see here in the last 7 days he made only 1%. You can see here that this is his token distribution and this is all of his trades and how much much he's losing or winning. So you can see here that he's up 1 sol here, he sold, he's 0.5, he lost 0.2, he lost 1 sol, he made 7 sol here. And you just want to look at all this. I have another video on copy trading, so I'm not going to actually go into this, but it's on my channel if you want to look at it. But I go into all of what all these token stats mean, what the balance, position, holding duration, and bot. I'm not going to go deep into this, but this is how you do further research after you get this from ATM.DAY. So ATM.DAY gives you the wallets, but you still want to check these wallets to see if they're profitable or if they're not, and do your tests on them. So just don't blindly just take this and start copy trading it. Do some more research. And this profitable wallets are for every single token they scan, and that's the whole point of DJ mode, which I think is very useful because it takes a long time to find profitable wallets. So DJ mode is a good tool. So let's see if we can do a live trade here discussing ATM.DAY. So we're going to go into Pulse here. I like to have here is my wallet tracker. I have my manager here. I am tracking 70 wallets here at the moment. As you can see, all these wallets are being tracked. This is just to help me decide, like if I buy into, let's say, Smirkcoin, and I see Cupsy, Orangey, and Euros buying into it, then I know that this is a good coin because they're buying into it and they're all good traders. So I just kind of use the wallets to see if I'm buying the right tokens and see what other people are buying. I wouldn't just see some, let's say, from the trades here, just blindly ape into this for no reason, you know, die. Yeah, so let's see if we can use this live. So if you just go into here and we go to pump one, last one was 1630. There hasn't been one in 30 minutes, and that's another good thing. Their algorithm doesn't just give you random tokens to buy into and like kind of gamble to see if you make money. They only give good tokens. So you can see it was 30 minutes ago. Before that was 8 minutes. That's 2. Then before that was 4 minutes. Then before that was another 10 minutes. So it's not giving you random tokens to buy. It's actually scanning for better tokens, and then you can decide if you want to buy in or not. And it's the same for all these OG Algo and Raydium Launch Lab. Now, when you get a token, so let's say we just got this, we can see the name here, the ticker, price, the market cap, the holders, the top 10%. The audit is always going to be the same. If it's a pump fund token, these tiers are always going to be non-mintable, not freezable, because you can't do that with pump fund. But DEX paid is basically when people pay DEX. So if I just go to DEX screener here for you, you can see here that this is DEX paid. So when they pay for DEX, they can add a little banner here, website, Twitter, and Telegram. You need to pay for this. I think this costs $300. So if it says DEX paid, that means they paid for it. And if they didn't, I can show you here on new pairs what it's going to look like if they didn't pay. We just open up any of these pump swap and we click any of theirs like this. So this is what's going to look like if they don't pay DEX. They don't have a banner. They don't have any of the socials. And if you see a chart like this, you want to run from it because this is a typical scam chart as you hear. So that's basically what DEX paid. And we preferably want DEX to be paid. So you can see a DEX not paid, DEX not paid, DEX not paid, because this is the pump fund algo. But OG algo gives you more safer coins. So most of these will have DEX paid. Some of them won't. You can see here is DEX is paid, DEX not paid, paid. That's the way we scan and get free tokens. So if you don't know how to trade Solana meme coins, this is a perfect way for you to dip your toes into it and do it without learning. You just copy these. If you like it, you buy. If you don't, you don't. So it saves you having to learn for 3 to 4 months of what the meta is, what CT trackers are, what are bundlers, snipers, insiders. Like, you need to know all this if you want to be a profitable trader. So I can't show you a live example as there's no tokens here, but if there is while we're recording this, I will show you a live example of how I would scan it. Since there's none at the moment and I can't show you anything, let's just go into, I want to give you an overview. So I use Axiom to trade. I used it to scan. I have my wallets here. I usually would have a CT tracker on my second monitor, but I'm away from home at the moment, so I only have one monitor, but my CT tracker will be on the second monitor. And if you don't know what a CT tracker is basically, it scans Twitter accounts like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Google, Facebook. It spits out their quotes or like tweets into a Discord, and then usually people make coins off them, and that's how you make a lot of money. So I can show you here that, like, if we go to Cooper, this was a dog that created yesterday. You can see here that Cooper, Google basically made a post about Cooper, that it's their dog, and someone made a coin of it, and it went absolutely bananas. You can see here, it went from candles, it went all the way to 190. So CT tracker is very powerful if you know how to use it, but don't blindly buy into random tweets. You actually need to know what you're doing. And if you want a full video on CT tracker, please let me know. I'll make a video on that and explain how the CT tracker works. So while we're waiting for ATM.DAY to spit out a token for us to scan here, I want to go over how to kind of, even if you're new, how to spot rugs and insiders and bundlers. Now, back in the day when I started trading, there wasn't Axiom Pro or anything like that. We just used DEX screener, so it was a lot harder to spot bundlers, insiders, or snipers. But with Axiom Pro now, it's very simple. So they only need 2 things. You need to know how to read the chart and the token data. As soon as we are on Pulse, you can see the red. If you see red, it's usually bad. So we can see here 73% is top 10 holders. You can see here the 73% is sniped and 73% is bundled. If you see anything of any of these over 20%, it's a scam. So if I click into this, I straight away know it's bundled, and the chart's gonna look like this. You can see here any of the red ones we click into, you'll see it. So like click this one, which else would say this is insiders. So if we look at the charts, that's a scam chart. That's also a scam chart. That's also a scam chart. When you launch a coin it launches 6k, as you can see here, 6k. And if you see these big massive god candles, they're called from 6k to 69k. Don't buy into this. These are scams. This is also a scam. This is Cupsy. Cupsy was buying into it. He's a very profitable trader because he has a lot of copy traders. So he bought into this. He pumped it up artificially and then he dumped it all. So let me show you what a normal chart should look like. So if we go into anything that would be, I'll actually use Cooper again because Cooper is a good example. This was a normal organic chart. This this right here, you can see here, you want to have ups and downs. So the way PvPing works in trading Solana meme coins is that someone has to win and someone has to lose. Scenario where you both win or you both lose, like someone has to win. So when you buy and you sell, someone's going to lose because they bought in before you and you're profiting off. So you can see here, this is a healthy looking chart. It's going up, down, sideways, 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 and then it goes up, down. So that's the normal chart. You want to see ups and downs, ups and downs. You don't want to see a chart that's just constantly going up or constantly going down, or like a pyramid where it goes up, down, down. That's a scam chart. So this is what a normal chart looks like. Now, once you've filtered out, let's say all these, so majority of these tokens and new pairs, you don't want to buy. Like you could be sitting here for 12 hours, 15 hours scanning and only buy once, but that's okay because you don't want to buy into any of these tokens because these are all shit and they're all going to go to zero. That's what a lot of people don't understand. They see Solana meme coin trading and they think it's very easy, that a lot of people are printing money, but it's not easy. It's like Forex or stock trading. It takes time to learn and it's a skill. It's not just like you pick it up tomorrow, you're a millionaire. That doesn't happen. So if you look at any of these tokens, I can just open all these. Let's say for instance, these are all new pairs. This is why we don't buy them. So Alex, you can see here, no volume, nothing's happening. If you bought in here, the holders here is, the dev's holding 50%. If you buy in here, dev's going to dump this 1k on you. No volume, no volume, no volume. See what I mean? None of these are going anywhere. So you have to know what to buy. And to know what to buy is called the meta. We call it the meta in the trenches. So the meta is basically what's the narrative of the day. So let's say Elon Musk tweeted he got a new German Shepherd. The narrative would be dogs, because if Elon Musk makes a tweet, there's going to be a lot of dog coins, a lot of variations. So dog with hat, Elon dog, all these different dog memes about Elon. And that will last for, let's say, 1 to 2 hours, and then the meta dies. So the meta is ever changing. Like sometimes it's AI, celebrities, dogs, cats, technology projects, and all that. The meta is constantly changing. So you can't learn it and just forget about it. You actually have to be on the ball and understand what's happening in the market. So let's say, see here, this is what I use my Twitter tracker. Waddles bought my wallet tracker, DCAT. So Waddles bought DCAT. So when I see Waddles buy it, I immediately look what it is and if I should buy it. So you can see here, it's an Instagram, so probably not going to do anything. No, it's just a picture of a cat. So there's no narrative here. It's just a random cat. So this is not going to send. This is going to go straight to zero and it's going to die off. Now, let's say you do find a good token after you're scanning and you're watching the charts and you find a good token. So what we want to do now, this is bundled. Look at this, 85% uptime holdings. This is straight away bundled. You can see that. Remember when I said that it's 6k, it launches like right here? He bought whole supply, and I can guarantee you that if you go to trades here, you need to learn how to read trades and use soul scan. So you can see here, he bought in with loads of money here. If we just go in traders here, you can see here, he's holding 8%, 4%, 3%, and he's dumping all of it. And that's how he's, if you have a lot of money, you can launch and bundle tokens and you're going to make a lot of money, but you're essentially rugging the people. So they're rugging you. So they hold like 90% of the supply, and when you're buying in, he's just selling off on you. That's why all these sells are happening. People are buying and he's just selling the 90% off. He's still holding 70%. That's how he's making money. So if you find a good coin now, let's say we go into, I don't know, banana for instance, 13 hours. Now this is bad. See this chart? This is a scam chart. So we're not clicking banana. That is not a normal chart. Let's just see. Pengu's also some chart. Yeah, you hear all these examples. That's a scam. And this is another chart where it's like big up and then big down. They're all scams. So you have to be aware, like out of 100 tokens, 99% of them will be scams. So 99 tokens will be scams. Then that one is the legit token. So let's say we buy Direx. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to buy randoms to show you. There's still been no new token on ATM.DAY. I'm just going to buy a random token here and show you what I mean. So what I like to do is I like to scalp. So I get in and I get out really fast. So let's say here, I could do this one. I wait for the dev to sell. So as soon as the dev sells, I'll buy in and then I'll sell for like a quick profit. So I'll show you a live example here. So we just see if something launches, flying cat, beret. Let's do this one for instance. So look, once the dev sells, I'll turn on my Insta trading. I'll buy in. I instantly do that and then I sell literally a few seconds later just to get a few quick profits, like $20 to $30, and then I repeat that for the whole day until it's like $300 or $500. Now you can see here it's been created 22 seconds. So most of the eyeballs are gone. So I'm not going to buy this. Usually I want the dev to sell instantly within 1 or 2 seconds because there's still people looking at it. There's so many tokens being created that if the dev doesn't sell instantly, it's gone. This is a bad market condition. Like there's not that many tokens created, but usually there's 10 tokens created in a second, and this thing's going so fast that if you miss it within a second, there's not going to be any buyers. That's why it's so competitive. So we have Tina here. There's no alternative. So let's say here, dev already sold, so I missed my entry here, but we could buy in here if we just go in here. I could have bought in here. I want to see what the holders are though. Holders holding 4%, 3%, 2%, 2%. This is too much for me to actually buy in. And let's see what this is. So this is a Twitter post. So this is a CT tracker. Basically, she posted this and someone created a coin. Now this doesn't really have much narrative, so I don't know if it's going to send. And I probably missed my opportunity to buy in here. If I bought in here 6k, I could have already doubled my 1.5 sold, because 6k to 12k is a 2x. That's how you calculate your x's. Yeah, this is not going to go anywhere. I mean, I could even try scalping here at the bottom, but there's still someone holding 222%. That's why I like to buy as soon as the dev sells, because then I have majority of the supply like these guys. So I'll show you what I mean. Gas wars, let's see. Dev is holding 9%. 8 seconds into the token already creation, and he hasn't sold. He just sold sold as soon as I said that. And this is where I would have bought in, but there's no traffic there. So you got to know that most of these won't send. Like if I was actually trading, I wouldn't buy into any of these coins, but I just want to show you an example of like a quick scalp. So you can see here that the dev is holding %. He's holding $21 of a token. Not gonna go anywhere. No medicine beta. So let's see if he sells this, I'll buy in straight away, and then I can scalp straight away. So I don't know what's happening here, but the dove sold. Someone bought in, and I can just buy in like that. You can see here I'm up already $20, 6%. I'm up 0.89 sold, and then if someone else buys, I can just sell. So I'm like scalping really fast. So I lost money here because I was the only person buying here. So that's me. Someone bought 1.2, and then I sold. So I've actually lost $1 because of the fees. You can see here that if I get into my presets here, I am using 0.01 for both slippage buy-in. So that's how I lost. But that's how it's scalp. Like if I'm just bored, I'll just sit here scalping, like making $20 at a time, and then when I find a good play, I'll ape. So if you have any questions about Solana trading or anything in general around ATM.DAY, I highly recommend you use ATM.DAY, because if you don't know how to trade meme coins, this is a very easy way to get tokens and profitable wallets for you. You can copy trade them and just trade tokens without learning, and then eventually you'll learn what's working and what isn't. You'll see the meta, and then you can trade by yourself. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.